So before playing with this TIE fighter here, let's quickly throw together a simple model. So we'll make a base, and we can grab the push-pull button. These are all SketchUp tools to lift that base. We can draw a line from the midpoint to the midpoint on the top. Grab the Move tool and lift that up so it looks like a little Monopoly house. And then we'll add a window and a door. Color some of the things. It's not going to be a gorgeous house, but gets you the idea. Anyway, so we threw that together. So let's test the first Waybe button. So this is the unfold test button. This is a button you'll be using constantly as you design to check the pieces that you've made and ensure that they're unfoldable. So we click on that, we do the unfold test, and you'll see what you get is the flat version of that piece. So in this case, this is our house that has been flattened, tabs have been added. All I have to do is move the mouse and I get back to exactly the same screen I had before. So I can test different pieces simply by clicking on them, seeing how they'll result, moving the mouse, and going from piece to piece to ensure that I like how it's unfolded. One of the first things you probably noticed is that there are different background colors. So if I click on this piece, you'll see kind of a red background color. If I click on this piece, you'll see a blue background color. So the difference between the red and the blue is the red is telling me that this piece that's been unfolded is too big to fit on the paper size that it's been selected. So we'll get into how you change that later, but it just gives you some quick feeding successfully, but it's not going to fit on the paper size. So you either need to use bigger paper or you need to shrink the piece. And we can get a quick idea of the measurement. So if I measure across here, you can see that this thing is about 20 centimeters across. Okay, so let's go and increase the paper size so that we can get this to fit. So if we go into the plugins menu, go into Waybe preferences, this will bring up this window, and here we can change different things like the tab size, the color of the tabs, and some information about unfold guides, which we'll get into later on. But here we're just looking for a paper size. So let's switch it to tabloid, 11 by 17 paper, and then close that. Now let's run the test. Again, you see that it's unable to fit, so this piece is too fat. Let's shrink it a little bit. Okay, so we shrunk this piece. Let's test it now, and sure enough we can see the blue background, so it's telling us that this piece will now fit on the paper size. Just to quickly double check, let's switch the paper size back to letter, close that window, and now when we do it, it's not blue, it's red. So because the paper size is smaller, this piece won't fit. So basically, when you're deciding what kind of pieces you want to have in your model, you need to choose. You have to balance the constraints of paper size against piece size. So either shrink the pieces or increase the paper size in order to build some of the things you want to.